Hey everybody, how's it going? You know, I just ran into something so exquisite to my dream world, to my dreamland. And I just figured this part out because it's one big esoteric movie. And I had a dream many years ago, and it hasn't gone away because it's my little kid dreams when I'm a little kid in another life. And it's you, because you see you, and it's the way you talk, the way you look, the way you act, and you're in the character's eyes, and you're going through this whole movie. Well, in the movie, in my dream, I can't forget one of them, as being a kid in other lives, I was somewhere by downtown, and I remember looking at the islands, and there was these big mansions on these islands, and water was spouting out. Boosh! I mean, it just exploded. It exploded really loud, and water came gushing out so high it flew over the mountain. And the water was much lower. The pueblo was a lot different. Downtown had stores with like black curtains everywhere. Like had all these households with black curtains, and there was like welders and all kinds of stuff. It was a marketplace, and I lived in the marketplace, and we had these little bikes, these little funky colored bikes. Like, I don't remember exactly what color they were, like red and like a dark blue, but they were like these hard rubber tires, didn't have air. And we were like 10 years old, 7 years old. Well, as all that started happening, the water was rising, and I guess the pressure came up and it blew. And it blew the houses up that were on the shore, or something like that. The water, who knows what it was, or it had something to do with the marina, or I don't know. But I was scared, and me and my cousins, and I was with one of my cousins from La Mesa de San Rafael. He was in the dream. He was a little kid. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I do believe we bump into ourselves all the time. And we took off, and I remember we got scared and we took off, and we hurried up a mountain, and it seemed like it took forever. And I'm thinking if it's this one, but I don't think so. I think all hell broke loose because they got the piano man here playing the keys. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't know, man. To me, it's just so symbolic. I'm right on an angle here. I'm right on the angle of the street. But when I found, it's just that the dream keeps running in my mind. The dream keeps running in my mind, and this guy's playing the tune right now. You know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm saying? It's just, it makes sense. And the other dreams that I connect to this spot is I'm very elegant, I'm wealthy, but I started out with a furniture store. I had a little store right on the beach in front of an old gas station. I had a 1940s, like a 40s looking bomber car. Really nice looking, man, like a Cadillac looking kind of a car, but it was a little different. And I had big windows, I had red bricks. It looked like a Chicago store. And I was right on the curve, so I don't know where that is here in the old world, but it was very fancy. The music was very beautiful. The music was very jazzy. The music was very classical sounding, you know, with the instruments. The radio in my car was jamming. I remember when I put gas in it, and I was dressed nice, and my hair was combed back, you know what I'm talking about? And it was just really a really cool vibe, because those are like those vivid dreams that you have, and you remember every single thing, man, that you see in there. The asphalt, you know, like what life was all about. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go on, and I'm gonna keep trying to remember what my dreams, because I know part of my dreamland is here in Mazatlan, and like I grew up here before. And this is La Perla, of whether you want to call it the walrus or the whale, the beast, all these different names. This is the pearl tongue, or whatever you want to, however you want to visualize your perspection. But it's a great perspection, and it makes you think a lot about vibration, and it makes you think about the courses of life and which way are we supposed to go due to the current bounds and inbounds of messages and vibrations and electricity. You know, pretty cool, man. I can't stop thinking about old dreams that I've had, and this place pops up a lot, man. Very trippy, man. Very extremely trippy. It needs some ayahuasca, and I think it needs Stone Island on that beach, I think it needs the Taromarito Ranch with the ayahuascas, and I think it needs the Desert of Nuevo Dial with the ayahuascas. And I think that's something for this area, because a lot of people have the trauma. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? You know, these days and age is, you know, these days that we live in is something different, man. And we got to think about where we live in and how can we make it better. You guys like and subscribe, man. You guys have a great day.